everyone, welcome back to String Cheese and Applesauce. For today, I am going to do a Lego room tour. So this is room tour 2016, July. Let's just call it that, July 2016. So we will, I will give you a little tour of this room. So a lot of times in my videos, kind of what you see is kind of what's back here, but I'll give you a glimpse to kind of what's back there, what's kind of back here, what's over there, what's over here, and etc. So yeah, let's go ahead and just jump right into it. So here we go. All right, so the first thing we're going to look at is this table back here, and this is kind of what you normally see behind me when I do my Lego haul videos. This table is actually where my Lego City is normally set up, but as you can see, there's no Lego City here. What we have is basically all the sets that I've kind of been building here and there on the Hidden Brick channel are more or less sitting here, either waiting to be parted out or disassembled. I do have a mock in progress right there. It's kind of a mess. And then Dexter's sitting on another mock that I have in progress right here, which I may do some work on tonight, get that going. See, we've got the Lego Ninjago Temple of Air Jitsu right there. That's been built. It's on the Hidden Brick channel, or it's being uploaded to it. I mean, a lot of various other sets. So that basically sits on top of the drawers. The drawers, as we know from our previous sort and store videos, that's where all my bulk spare parts are saved. So you can kind of see as I open them, there's an assortment of parts in each one of these drawers. They're not labeled. I kind of have it all memorized. I know where everything is at. So you can kind of see a little peek into all those, but we're not getting into a sort and store video. And then up here, same thing. It's all of my various parts, the smaller stuff that once again I kind of have it memorized. It's organized in a good system to where I know where everything's at. And on the top of those we have a small little display area of some sets that I want to keep together for a little bit longer before they get disassembled. So that is the back wall. Kind of pull back a little bit so you can see. I don't know what Dexter's looking at. He's just looking at the wall for some reason. What are you doing? Okay, so down here I have a few bins of larger stuff. Let me move my backpack out of the way. So that's large parts. I got some Technic panels in here, some bags of Technic lift arms. I've got boat pieces that I just knocked off the container there. My little corner of guitar stuff, and got my guitar amp over there. Don't really play my guitar, electric guitar much. I play the acoustic a lot. All right, so here's the closet. So in this closet is the heap, the big heap of Lego sets. Those are Lego sets that are sealed in the boxes, waiting to be built. All of it is brand new sets. Well, some of them are old, but they're new. And the boxes may or may not be getting crushed with the weight of the stuff on top, but that doesn't bother me because all of these sets are going to get built, opened, yada yada yada. And we have some sets towards the bottom that are, so I've got an Arkham Asylum down there. I've got some Alien Quest stuff. I've got a Black Pearl that needs to get built. Some Galaxy Squad stuff, Toy Story. There is a Medieval Market somewhere down there, along with some old modular buildings. I think a firehouse and a Grand Emporium still need to be built. It's in there somewhere. Then up there, I think this corner, yeah, up in this corner, it's hard to see, it's dark, but those are all of my Wave 1 of the Lego movie sets that came out. So when those sets came out, there was a first wave, and then there was a second wave, and then there was like the sea cow was in between them all. But all of the first wave of Lego movie sets, I bought duplicates just to put away. That's maybe the only time that I've done an investment to purchase. So maybe in 20 years when Lego Movie 2 comes out, those will be worth something. Up here I have a little bin of overflow duplicate parts, and then my Porsche 911 box. That's the only box that I've kept. Of all of my Lego sets, I recycle every single box, but the Porsche 911 GT3 RS box I'm keeping. Alright, so here is a small little heap of unopened stuff. So this is some of the newer sets that I've bought here in the last couple months. This Star Wars set I actually got free at Brick Universe. I won it in a raffle. A couple Technic sets that are in a pile to be disassembled. I need to disassemble those. These have been together for a couple years now, and they're getting all dusty and they don't move around too much. So you see the big logging truck. So I need to disassemble those. So that's a little pile that I need to get built. So down here I have a little case of, this is the Winter Village. So all of the Winter Village sets that have ever been released, not the re-released one that they did this past year, but all of the unique ones are all in here. They're still mostly assembled. You can kind of see that's the little gazebo area, and there's a structure there. So when the holidays come around, I open these up and display them as a winter scene. I have a whole crate down here just of instruction books that needs to be filed away. And then I've got a container of Technic lift arms. I've got a random assortment of parts that need to be sorted and put away. Some of these are overflow parts. If it's stuff in baggies, that's overflow. This is my container of batteries and train parts and random other stuff that I take to Lego shows whenever I display my Lego City. So that's kind of sitting on the top. And then these are all parts storage bins. So whatever doesn't fit over here in a spot, they have a spot over here. And these are more of the large quantity stuff. So you can see all of these 1x1 studs get a container by themselves. And then below that there's like, 1x3 tiles. And then we've got trans 1x1 pieces. So each one of these just has high quantity of a lot of small parts. And Dexter's ready to get out. So this is the door that you use to get in and out of this room. Get out of here. Get. He knows how to open the door. He just is lazy. All right, so turning around. So here's what we've done so far. We've seen the back wall that you see in my videos. We see the closet, the small heap. Got my little studio light on. And then here is the main workstation in my Lego room. So this is kind of where a lot of the, or all of the filming for the Hidden Brick goes on. It's right here on this desk. So if you watch those videos, that little black table may look familiar to you. But it's a critical part of kind of my whole office slash YouTube operation here. Oh, and I also have all of these. These are sets that I recently purchased too. And extra parts. These two bins should actually be right over there on those. I don't know why they're over here on this desk. I have a few bead trays that just have minifigure accessories. So like some shields, some hair, some helmets. Got neck brackets. Little, just various odds and ends. These are two sets we won at Philly Brickfest that need to probably get built. The Birds is halfway built. They built it in some sort of poker bingo night or something. I don't know what they were doing. I was doing something else. So anyway, this desk is normally cleared, and that's where the recording happens for all the hidden brick stuff. I've got a couple drawer units here, and the drawer units play a critical role as far as minifigure storage. You can see there's a drawer of all minifigures. Here is a drawer, all the friends. I keep the friends a little bit separate. It's easy to keep them separate because they're a little bit taller than regular minifigures. And then we have these big figs that have either like the big heads or like this big body element or something. I kind of put them a little bit separate, but a standard minifigure, I can pretty much just line them up back to back to back to back to back to back all the way to the back of this drawer. You can see they go all the way back there. I've got some castle figures there, or knights, kingdoms, whatever you call them. So bought a bunch of those sets. You can kind of see when there's like quantities. You can see here's my finger, like the three similar helmets. So anyway, a lot of minifigures in there, and then in here also. So I've got 3 drawers going of minifigures. In addition to those 3 drawers, I have 1, 2, 3 wall cases, plus there's that little case there has overflow minifigures, plus obviously everywhere kind of in the Lego sets you'll kind of see minifigures everywhere. So I have a lot of minifigures scattered throughout. There's some up there, you know, there's kind of everywhere. Oh, and there's Lego displayed in a couple other rooms in this house, so there's minifigures there too. So they're everywhere. They're even up, you know, on the regular desk. So I try to keep them organized. I'm getting to a point now where I need to keep them a little bit more organized, especially if I want to, you know, find all my Minecraft figures or all my superheroes figures. So yeah, so that's what's in there. And then in the little bit bigger drawers have this is overflow spare parts. Down here we have another bin of just high quantities of the same parts, and then I have some Ziploc baggies that I keep available to store those away. I have more sets that are kind of stashed in here that need to eventually be disassembled. And then all of these under here, this is kind of my queue of whatever's in this slot is what's going to be built next on the Hidden Brick channel. So that's kind of how, like, I just pull it out from there, put it up there, hit record. Oh, and here's my little tripod that I use. Obviously the camera that I use is in my hand, so that's where all that happens. I do have a little bit more. So this is when there's a system to all this madness. It may look like madness, but there's a system to it. When it comes time to disassemble some of these sets, what I do is I bring them over here. Obviously this would be cleared off, and I sort them. So basically I disassemble them and I put them in these containers based on the part type. So all the tiles will go into one bin, all the plates will go into one bin, all bricks will go into one bin, and so on and so forth. And then once that bin is filled up in one of those containers, I then bring it over here and put them where they belong, up in here. And then, like in here, I have all my bricks. These are just standard bricks. I have 1x2s, 1x4s, 1x3s. I've got some 2x4s, some corner bricks, some sloped bricks, so on and so forth. So once the bricks are filled up in there, I bring them over here and then sort them and put them where they belong, close that back up, and just kind of repeat that whole process. So that's why those are under there and they're not part of these. These are actually sorted and ready to be used for mocks. These are halfway sorted and ready to eventually be put away. So here's my little workstation. So I use this as part work. I actually do real work on here, but then I also do all my video editing and uploading and everything else up there. I have my brick separator tree right there. It's getting pretty tall. That's most of them. There's probably a handful of them floating around the house where the kids have taken them and used them. I have my little assortment of books right there. A few more books right there. So those are cool. I have a Nexo-Knights Jestro's Evil Mobile right there. It's a pretty cool set. So yeah, that's it. And then nice window looking outside. So it's daytime now, but nighttime window does me no good. But during the day, I can kind of open the blinds a little bit and have a nice amount of sunlight coming in. And then this little bin pile, this is a, so that bottom bucket, in addition to this little bucket here, I had purchased off of a Facebook garage sale. And what it is someone was selling all of their Lego Bionicle figures. And based on what I can see from quickly going through it and what instructions and everything that were in there, not all the instructions are in there, but most of them are, they had been collecting Bionicles since Bionicle was invented. It was almost every set that was ever been released is in here. So what I'm eventually going to do is go through this whole thing and assemble all of the figures based on the parts that I can find and more or less resell them. And it really won't take much. I got this at such a good deal that it probably will only take me to sell, maybe 10 figures, probably the 10 oldest ones, if I get a decent price on them, maybe even 5 of those figures, and I would more or less make my money back on that. So that's kind of just a side project if I ever get to it. I'm trying to have my kids help me with that, but they're not being very helpful with it. I can relate though. I mean, I hate sorting Lego, and trying to find pieces from 2 giant bins like that is a pain in the butt. So that's what these containers are for. They're used to kind of go through this and sort, and you can see we've kind of started it. Not really. Eventually we'll get to it. This is another Technic set that I need to disassemble. Once again, I brought this to Brick Universe, and I had the motor in there and I was running it, and these gears are so dirty and all of the linkages in here are so dirty that this thing could barely turn. So that's kind of when that happens, it's time to disassemble it, because once dust gets in these Lego Technic gears, there's no way to get it out without disassembling it and washing the parts. It's a pain in the butt, but it's just part of being a Lego Technic fan. So got to disassemble that. This is a duplicate set. This castle little knights attack thing or whatever, that's a duplicate set that I need to part out just for the parts. I've already built it, and I mean the other ones that I've had, I think that's the second or third one that I have, but it was like 50% off clearance, so can't beat that for parts. So there you go, that's the room. Give you once more kind of go around. It's not big. You can see the floor spaces. I mean, there's a lot of floor space when I kind of pull back a little bit. There's a lot of floor space, but like I said, it's definitely a organized mess. Like it kind of looks messy, but I know where everything is at, and it works for me. So I'm gonna work on this mock tonight. So hey, thanks for watching. Tell me your thoughts, put a comment down below. Make sure to check out my other videos, subscribe, and we will see you in the next one.